Today we're going to talk about the new Harley Benton Fusion 4 and the Guitar Summit 2025. Last week there was a Guitar Summit somewhere in Germany, I think in Mannheim or some shit. And I didn't go there, but what I saw from other YouTube videos is that Harley Benton, they were presenting some models of their upcoming line of the Harley Benton Fusion 4. And if you're familiar with my channel or the wall behind me, which is filled with Fusion 3s and Fusion 2s, I'm a big fan of these guitars, as you can imagine. So I would like to talk a little bit about, well, my opinion and what I got out of these videos and my expectations about the Fusion 4. And yeah, a little bit about the Guitar Summit in general. So first of all, the Fusion 4. This is the Fusion 3 guitar here, comes with a roasted maple neck fretboard. For those of you who are not familiar with these guitars, this is a version with the HSH configuration, and that comes with locking tuners and no locking nut. Roswell pickups. You have a 5-way switch here, push-pull for splitting the humbuckers, and a Wilkinson bridge, and yeah, this beautiful red color. And I was really happy with these guitars, so I play them live and for recording. But what did they change from what I got in the video? They showed maybe this model, but in another color, in the Bengal burst, which I also got. And the ones which they show was also the HSH configuration, but they changed these pickups to Teslas with a well, a pickup cover. So they were golden, and they were Tesla pickups, no Roswells. And also the one in the middle, I think, was a Tesla single coil. They changed the bridge to the Babbage, or however it is spelled or called, from the Wilkinson. The Babbage is the one which is already available on the modern ST series, I think, with this strange, well, strange hump here, which some people are not so happy about. And they are, well, they changed the knobs a little bit. They added the mini switch for which they had also in the Fusion 2 for the coil tap instead of the push-pull. And so far, I would say I'm really curious about how the bridge feels, the new Babbage, because this bridge here, the Wilkinson, it's the most comfortable bridge I've ever played. It's there are no sharp edges or something. The only thing is sometimes the E string tends to break. I don't know, because it's maybe inside the construction is a little bit the string enters the block in an angle so that it's not that stable. And also sometimes here, as it's 2-point bridge, you got some well, some breaks here in the painting, in the paint job, or in the overall wood. I had that in 2 or 3 models. I don't know if that happens also with the new bridge or with the Floyd Rose. I personally prefer the Floyd Rose over all other bridges, so I hope the new Fusion 4 will also come with the Floyd Rose. But they didn't talk about that, I think. And another thing is, which is very nice, this has a screw inside, so if you turn this arm here, and I don't know, maybe many people don't know it, until it stops, then it's fixed, you cannot pull it out. And you have a small hex screw here where you can tighten, or you can determine how loose this arm is, but it will not come out or fall out, because there's a screw inside. So I think overall the bridge, besides the problem with the E string, is very well constructed and it feels very comfortable. So I don't know if I would like the Babbage bridge, which has another shape. I heard many people don't like it. I don't know, I've never played it. Tesla pickups versus Roswell. I don't know if Teslas are an upgrade. I have some guitars, some Harley Bentons with Tesla pickups, and they sound great. They are definitely more compressed. These, in my ears, they are more vintage oriented than the Teslas. I could imagine that for high gains the Teslas are better. I don't know how the cleans will sound, because I like the Roswells especially for cleans and crunch tones, especially in the split mode. So we have to wait how that will sound. And optical wise, I don't know. I personally prefer if a guitar is not too fancy or too shining, so I'm not the biggest fan of gold hardware. The model they showed, they had gold pickups, and I think, I don't know about the knobs, but the middle it was not covered, which looked a little bit odd. So it was a black single coil in the middle, 2 gold pickups here, and a black bridge, and matching knobs, I think gold or black, I'm not sure now. So overall, to me it looked good, although I don't like gold hardware that much, but I think these guitars, they have also a classic look, and I think I prefer if all pickups at least have the same color. Then they have these recessed or knobs inside the body, so a little bit curved out here, and yeah, optical wise I think that is a nice addition. And other than that, 5-way toggle mini switch, I don't know why suddenly they switched again back to the mini switch. I personally prefer actually the push-pull knob now, because the thing with the mini switch is I have some fusions too with the mini switch, but I cannot remember which position is the single coil mode. So here I know when it's pulled out it's something odd, it's single coil. But yeah, that's my problem. Other than that, the neck, I think neck profile is similar, stainless steel frets, although they said they will have rounded edges, which is nice maybe, but honestly the frets here, they don't have sharp edges. It feels very comfortable to play on all my fusions, so I don't think that is a big point for me. They added other inlays here, so little circles that look nice. So optical wise, I think besides the thing with the gold hardware, which you can like or not, but optical wise they made some nice additions or improvements. Sound wise, I don't know. Yeah, of course I have to find out and compare it side by side. And the biggest thing for me, of course, the guitar has to be red. So if they don't offer the guitar in the red color, I think I like the Bengal Burst. I have a couple of these. Also I like the black, blue Burst, but most important is red. So the biggest, well, the most important thing for me would be if they'd offer it in a red burst finish. And also I hope they will offer the guitars with the ebony fretboard instead of the russet maple fretboard. I know people like it because it looks nice. I also like these, but they sound different, and to me the models with the ebony fretboard, they sound way better. So I think they had something there, some guitar with ebony fretboard, so maybe we are lucky and they offer the new Fusion 4 models. Is it a big game changer for me? Honestly, I can't say so, because these guitars here, they're almost perfect to me, besides the thing that they don't offer it in a red burst finish. The other things are really fine. I don't know if I like the circles better than these points or the Babbage bridge. I have to find that out. But yeah, these guitars, they look already classic to me and I love them. Another thing is, which it was really remarkable about this guitar system in general. Every video which I saw from every manufacturer they show guitars, but somehow just in some kind of fancy, ugly colors and finishes. So I don't know if it's just me. I like dark finishes, and I like it if it's a little bit simpler and not so fancy and I don't know. They're changing the color in some kind of mystic dream finish like these Petrucci guitars I have over there. I mean, okay, maybe some people like these, but I think there are also guitar players which like a little bit of a simpler classic look, like me. And I couldn't see any guitars which I liked, really, optical wise. Of course I didn't play these, but I don't know. So it would be interesting for me about your opinions, and please post these in the comment section below. Do you think other manufacturers, they should come back to a little bit more classy looks? I mean, the Harley Bentons, they were somehow refreshing in my opinion, because also their ST models, which I personally don't like that much because they have only 22 frets, but they came also in one color at least, and in some colors which, well, I think people like it. I liked some colors. And the Fusions, they had one, I think, in the purple color. It can be nice, it can be also cheesy. I have one, I think the pink sparkle Fusion, which looks really so-so. And some situations I like them, they have these fancy colors, but definitely not if it's too flashy, or I don't know, if there are too many colors involved. So now also I think guitar players who are playing these fancy shit colored guitars, to me they look somehow ridiculous. No matter how good they are, but I don't know. So yeah, okay, it's maybe my opinion. I don't like these flashy, modern looking colors, but maybe there are people who like these. And yeah, so what else? I think I covered the most important things. They said they offered the Fusion 4 also in the HH configuration, so I really hope, of course, that these will also come with the Floyd Rose then. They had these other guitars, modern, I don't know how they were called, modern 80s or some shit guitars with 22 frets, where they said they are the best guitars ever and they are their Swiss Army knife or whatever. But honestly, the Fusions are way more versatile and they have 24 frets, so I don't know. It might be a nice addition to the product line, but honestly, to me, they made the perfect 80s guitar with the Fusion with the Floyd Rose and the Maple Neck fretboard, not the rusted ones. And they're discontinued, but I think I have some of these and they sound exactly how I want an 80s Eddie Van Halen guitar to sound like. Got a couple of these. Don't know if you can see them, they're hanging over there. So sometimes I think it's a little bit more clever if they have already the perfect guitar, not to change too much, and instead to make them available and publish them or promote them a little bit more, instead of just discontinuing them and then coming back with something which is half as good and maybe well, doesn't sell as well as the other guitar would have. So what's your opinion about Guitar Summit or Fusion 4? I think I'll get some Fusion 4s on my channel in the early 2026, and then yeah, we will have the answer if they're better than these ones. Fusion 2 and Fusion 3, to me, there's no difference except for the mini switch, so to me these are the same, but the Fusion 4 has a little bit more to offer, a little bit more changes. Anyway, that's it for me today. Adios.